What's up everyone, Blade here, and welcome back to another video of Persona 5 The Phantom X. So in today's video, guys, we're going to be going ahead and actually taking our first looks, or mainly just having our first impressions of the character Koromaru. So yes, I am on the TW side. If you don't want to see any gameplay of that, be sure to go ahead and click on off. But we're going to be testing out the character and seeing if he is really fun to use, seeing no matter what I already pulled for him. So guys, just sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Really does mean a lot to me, and we're going to obviously start picking up more content very soon, so be ready for those type of videos as well. But needless to say, I've already pulled for the dog here. I need to go get his weapon. I know that I'm like a multi or two off to get his weapon here. I do have him on the guaranteed weapon anyways, so I mean, like, we'll have the weapon very soon so we can actually use our own. But we're going to be trying out this character mainly to get the first looks of him. First of all, I gotta say, the model looks insanely nice. I really do like this. He's so adorable, but then you see the dangerous goddamn three-headed beast behind him, and then that's not too adorable. But obviously, we're gonna go ahead and give it a shot. We're gonna see how good this character can really be, or at least see how the training one is going to be here. So I'm very interested, because from what I do know, Koromaru is more of an enabler more than anything. He's usually just going to have someone there to do all the work for him, and that's going to be interesting. So as you can see, our main person that we have to look at inside the training thing is a fire element character, being Makoto Yuki, and he is going to be our partner of a sort. I gotta remember the exact term that they use. I think it was partner or master, one of the two. And so once we go ahead and do this here, we no longer will pretty much do anything for ourselves. So our first thing that we're going to be able to do is our third G. And this is mainly because it's going to lead us to doing everything else that we need in his entire kit. So for his third G itself, it is genuinely just dealing damage in the background, right? It's going to be dealing some curse damage. This is automatically going to decrease the foe's defense, as you can see over here, which we're going to go ahead and highlight this. It's going to increase the foe's defense here. It's going to be like this for a good 2 turns, while also taking down their defensive element accuracy. So that's always going to be a good thing that's going to happen here, or at least it's going to be based off of Koromaru's element accuracy, which is always a good thing. So we have to go around with this here. So one of the first things that I'm going to per se do is, if I remember correct with Junpei, I'm trying to think of a good way to really set this up with him. If I'm right, I'm pretty sure I could just go ahead and use his skill 3. I don't think anything changes on his actual rotation. Pretty sure it's still skill 3 third G1, but we'll learn as we go with that again. But let's go ahead and do technically our DPS, no matter what, is going to be Makoto. So luckily the DPS round is not now. So what I will do is I want to set up, we're going to use the skill 1, get Makoto stacks up. And then next round, what I could also probably do is use a highlights instead. But as you can see, this is where the assist, at least the assist for Koromaru is going to be, right? So all his moves goes into this little assist log, and this is how you really command him to do certain things. Now, he has 3 separate ones that you do need to keep him informed of here. They're all the same move, but they're for what's it called, different elements. So the top one's for the fire damage element here. The second one here is for the electric damage, and the third one is for ice damage. So what we would end up doing, we would go ahead, pop off Koromaru here using the skill 1. And that actually looks so freaking cool. And what this actually immediately applies here on the enemy is going to be damage taken increase. So it can go all the way up to 9.14%, which is going to be pretty darn cool. And it's actually insane to see all the debuffs automatically on this guy. So since it is still our first turn, I think we can kind of do whatever we want to do. Now, we did, of course, command Koromaru to do what he wants to do already, so we don't really have to worry about that. So we use our, what is it called, third G, first skill. Now, I think this one is another third G. I don't want to use it just yet. I can't remember if you have to use this quick, because we already used the skill 1, right? And we didn't use a skill for ourselves. We kind of just immediately used what is it called, his little master part here. So I'm not sure if I want to use this third G again just yet. But we'll see. Let's just leave it there for a second here. All right, so let's use our skill 1. Boom. It's gonna deal some decent damage, of course, because he is debuffed, so this is great. And then the next round is gonna be our damaging phase. So obviously we'll have our damage phase now happening. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to 30 right here. Boom. We'll use our skill 1 also as well. I don't want to follow up on that because I don't want to kill the guy just yet. So let's use our skill 1. And I want to see if we can do the same thing. I think on Koromaru, no matter what, we're doing just the same motion. So there is literally no change here. Now what I can do here is we're going to go ahead and pop off with this here, making sure we get as many buffs as possible for Makoto Yuki. It's gonna go to the dog's turn, which the dog's turn is going to be our skill 1 again. So boom. Then we're going to use his third G, if I do believe is correct here. Dude, that's still cool. That's actually still a cool little move that you can do. Afterwards, we can go ahead and buff up our Makoto, which, dude, you have a little bit of everything with this team. I think, like, I'm unsure because I haven't checked the Navi for this. I think you would still use Anj, but I think it's probably now possible to use what's it called? I think it's possible to use Fuka and have what you're making up here. So let's use this as well. And then we get to see the damage afterwards. So we have everything set up somewhat decently. I want to see if we can actually hit a high damage number. So let's go ahead and use our skill 3. Bonk. See what happens here, and boom. Not bad. Not bad at all. I think that was at least 3 mil there, which isn't bad at all. Of course, this is their version of Makoto Yuki in them, so I mean, it could be better, but I do want to go back through this because this is the weird part about Koromaru for me, is like, he's pretty good. As you can see, we're getting a lot of debuffs on, and but I am unsure on some of the rotation here, because for example, we start here, right? We automatically get this on off. Immediately, we have to immediately use our third G, which is great. And then we would have to go to Koromaru, right? Well, since we're not on Koromaru's turn, I just don't think it's applied that way. So maybe only on Makoto's turn is where we get to use the skill 1, which is still kind of weird. It still is not ringing full, like, the bell for me. I'm trying to figure out exactly how this is gonna work, but like, of course we are setting up correctly. That's fine. I'm just very unsure on how I want to do this. So for example, he has his third G again, and we only used his mask form. I'm so confused on how this dog is gonna work. Like, a part of me believes I'm doing this correctly, but the other part of me believes I may be doing something a wee bit wrong. So I'm unsure. I'm just gonna pop this every time I get it, maybe, and that might work something out. We'll see exactly, but I want to try this once again and see if we can get a higher damage marker here, because he is doing his job. That's the cool part about, at least about Koromaru, is no matter what, he's gonna go off the electric, ice, or fire damager, and he's doing his job pretty darn well with the debuffs that he's given, everything that we're actually able to do. He's really hitting pretty darn nicely, which is also a awesome thing to see. But I'm more interested into how is this the right turn pattern? I don't know. Like, it feels like a little bit of something with Koromaru is missing, which is probably what a lot of people have been saying, that as good as he is, there is something that's missing right now. Like, of course, he's still helping us deal a decent bit of damage, but it doesn't seem correct, if you guys know what I mean, right? It seems like that we are a little bit weaker than normal. And I mean, there's nothing wrong too much about that, but it definitely does seem we are weaker than normal here. So Now I'm gonna go ahead and do this. So we already used our third G1. We used our third G again, so I'm gonna use skill 1 again. Bonk, hit this guy up. And then let's see if we dealt more this time around, because I ended up changing like how I did it around just a wee bit. Let's see what happens now. Now, I don't actually, did I use my assist? No, I did not. So pop this off, get my damage on up here, of course. Boom, boom. And let's see how much the skill 3 does now. So bonk. Still, yeah, around the same amount. So nothing too crazy, nothing too crazy. I don't know how I feel about him. Like, he's pretty decent. He's a cool character in concept. I feel like right now, how the dog is performing, he is going to be extremely powerful. Like, if I'm right, on most tier lists, they do have him very, very high. The only issue is, I don't see him being like the main big old, big kahuna around the area right now for Makoto right now, right? I see him being more of the, all right, cool, I am an option you can use type character, but in the future, I think he's going to be way better. And I have a lot of things pointing to that's probably the case, because this character, he's not bad at all. It just seems like he's missing a little bit of something. He's really meant to just help out the like weakness damage and all that stuff, which is going to be great because then of course he's helping out with the affinities and such. But I think the main thing that I'm getting out of this is just the huge AoE defense down, and that's it. Like, that's the main thing that I'm getting out of this, really, when it does come down to it. So I don't know. I feel like he's pretty in the medium area. He's definitely a high tier character, but he's definitely a medium area for me as a character. But you guys let me know if you are on the TWKR or CN clients. Let me know how y'all feel about him. I think he's gonna be cool. He definitely has some future proofing, but right now he's in a very interesting spot. I still probably will use Katsuyama over him though. It just kind of depends here. But till then, you guys, peace on out.